give to you your feature presentation. Presenting
Down for the 123 podcast. Hello everyone, welcome to Down for the 123 podcast episode 41. Today we are reviewing Monday Night Raw, the 27th of June 2016. I can never not do the intro of this fucking podcast and not fuck it up. Jesus Christ. Sorry everyone, I am such a shit host. Right. In today's podcast we have a lot to talk about. Let's talk about Brexit. Yeah, let's talk about the good old Britain coming out of it. No, let's not. Let's talk about fucking England getting knocked out of the Euros. No, let's just talk about wrestling. Oh wait, John Cena had to bring up Brexit, didn't he, the cunt? What an arsehole. Anyway, in today's podcast today, we have obviously Monday Night Raw review of the as I've already said, 27th of June. Didn't fuck up that time. But we also have something that got leaked. Apparently the schedule, the 2016 schedule, PPV schedule for the rest of the year. Yeah, that schedule apparently got leaked. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to break it down. Because I like, when it comes to these Monday Night Raw reviews, I like doing Raw and I like talking about something else at the end. It's just quite nice. It makes it a nice long podcast for you guys to listen to. And yeah, I like doing them. So I'm going to do it. I am boiling in here. My voice sounds very quiet and weird. I don't know why. Am I going to have some water? Probably not. Yeah, what else is cracking? Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry for not releasing the podcast. Obviously got on Thursdays podcast. It's just been a hectic couple of weeks, really, you know, with exams and unis and just life. It's very frustrating. But yeah, I promise Thursday episode will be a thing. And also, you know, I'm just frequently uploading on YouTube. Let me just click on my YouTube and see what I've been uploading recently. I talk about so much shit before this podcast. Sorry guys. If you guys just skip like 2 minutes, like, I'll stop. What are we on? Yeah, so when it comes to the YouTube channel in general, really what I've been doing is obviously the Raw review. But we've also been doing a bit of universe mode, which I'm fucking loving doing right now. I'm on episode 3. Hopefully get 4 and 5 out very soon. They are both recorded. And yes, I am very excited. Enjoying doing it and loving doing it and loving getting feedback on it. It's all good shit. Obviously, we're getting a bit of you know, we need some more money in the bank. Not money in the bank. Battleground things. Because a couple of matches have got, you know, confirmed. So yeah, we need to simulate them, I suppose. What else do we have to do? What else? When it comes to breaking news, so the other day, obviously when Roman Reigns was suspended, I did cover it in the podcast. But when he did get suspended, I made a video about it. Because why not? I just had a little rant. It was fun, I suppose. Yeah, so just good. I haven't uploaded on YouTube for 6 days. I've been quite, like, not on the ball, like, in all fairness. Like, I just haven't been frequent, like, uploading and stuff like that. Like, it's just been busy. But, you know, hopefully these next few weeks I'm going to try and get back into the stride. And NXT just hasn't been that good to watch recently. But oh well. Yeah, so hopefully shit's getting more interesting. And yeah, but let's just finally fucking crack on with Raw. That'd be nice. So we are reviewing Monday Night Raw 2016, the June 27th edition. I don't know how to say that tonight, but I'll probably say it another time. Where was this Raw? Where were you? You were in... Oh my god, this web page is so slow. My computer is normally fast. What the fuck? Okay, fuck where it was. It was somewhere. I don't even give a shit anymore. Yeah, it was somewhere. What the fuck? Where is it? Come on, tell me. I'll just piss off then. I don't know where it was. Yeah, so the show opens with Seth Rollins coming out. And this is a fucking positive for WWE, really. The fact that they even thought about doing something like this is quite it's quite shocking and quite like unexpected out of the blue. I didn't expect it, to be fair, but it happened. We got Seth Rollins just openly coming out and discussing Roman Reigns' suspension. Obviously, they tried to make this look a bit like CM Punk's pipe bomb, where he just came out and just spoke freely. They tried to make it look like Seth Rollins just came out and just started talking about Roman Reigns by his own accord, but he couldn't have, because he asked for the tweet and they fucking had it ready, even with a nice background and all. So yeah, it was all a stick. But anyway, so he comes out discussing Roman Reigns' suspension and how he should be taking out the triple threat match at Battleground, which he should be, to be fair, because how are you gonna fucking hype up a match when there's just two of you when it's a triple threat? I have no idea. He was then interrupted by the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Dean Goddamn Ambrose. That just sounds so nice to say, like it just rolls off the tongue so nicely. Who wanted to keep good old Roman Reigns in the match. But then while they was having a little back and forth, guess who else interrupted? Fucking AJ Styles. So AJ Styles interrupts, and he believes that he is worthy to be in the match, as he has beaten John Cena, who is potentially one of the best in the world. But then, speak of the devil, he fucking came out as well and said he wanted to be in there. Why? Fuck knows. So then Stephanie McMahon had to try and calm the chaos and see what the fuck was going on. So Stephanie McMahon made Ambrose versus Styles and Seth Rollins versus John Cena, and the stipulation being in both matches that if either Cena or Styles win their respective matches, they will get into the main event of Battleground. To be fair, this is good because it was a good opening. It was interesting to see just what happened and how it would all kind of fall out, but also it was just nice to see like two big matches, both delivered. Yeah, it was just like good to know that we've got two big caliber matches. It's nice. It's just nice to have a Monday Night Raw now, where it's packed and we have so much talent to fucking enjoy and fuck around with, and it's gonna go to the brand split, and then we're gonna have a mediocre Monday Night Raw and a mediocre SmackDown. But the only way they can fix that is changing everything to 2 fucking hours. But no. But yeah, anyway, so let's carry on. So then, interestingly, the first match of Monday Night Raw, which I haven't seen in a while, was that it was Charlotte and Dana Brooks versus the team of Sasha Banks and Paige to open up Monday Night Raw. Match wise, anyway, I just thought this was interesting to see finally a women's match getting put first on the card. It's just, fair play to them, and you know what, they even held their own for an opening, because when it comes to Monday Night Raw, the best matches you're gonna get is the first and last match, and this actually it held its own. Like, it wasn't a poor match, it wasn't a shit match. They gave them just under 9 minutes, I believe it was about 8 minutes 40 something seconds. Plenty of time to do what they had to do and get out, and they did. They fair play to these 4 girls. Minus Dana Brooks. I just don't think she's just worthy of being on the main roster when you've got people like Bayley on NXT. It just doesn't make sense. But whatever. But yeah, so it was fair play to them for them bringing out, just women first, and them holding their own, and they opened the match. The crowds are into it as well. It's nice to see a Raw match, which we haven't seen in a while, where the crowd is into it. Whether that's Sasha Banks getting involved again, and the comeuppance of Paige as well, because we haven't seen her on TV in fucking years, but who knows what it is, but they're doing it something right, so fair play to him. But so later on in the match, Paige did take out Charlotte with a clothesline on the floor, and then a short time later, Sasha Banks made Dana Brooke tap to the bank statement, causing Sasha Banks and Paige to beat, obviously, Charlotte and Dana Brooke in the Raw opening match. So it was just interesting to see, like, just this happen. Like, obviously Sasha being put in the spotlight, and I see Paige come back. But I genuinely thought they would have put the heels over just to get a bit of heat, purely because last week, we got the return of Sasha Banks and it was the faces on top again. It seems like it was that again. It was just like, maybe we could have had the heels go over today, but fair play. No real complaints on this match. So fair play to WWE. They actually did something good for once with the women, which we haven't seen since WrestleMania. So well done. Then we have the US champion Rusev go against Titus O'Neil. Who I have to do it every time. That was poor. I realised how poor that was. I realised how poor my Titus O'Neil noise was. I think last episode I was just flicking through it, like to make sure everything turned out okay. I turned it on the exact point where I was like, who, and it was fucking terrible. And I'm so sorry for all those that listened to the podcast last week, but Jesus fuck, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, so the US champion Rusev took on Titus O'Neil, and Lana did introduce Rusev as the all-time greatest US champion and her fiance. Then Titus O'Neil made his way to the ring and straight away just attacked Rusev before the bell even rang. The ref tried to separate the wrestlers, but then couldn't really, and then he did, and then Titus power slammed Rusev for a 2 count near enough straight away, but then Rusev came back with a couple of clotheslines, and then both men got taken on the outside, ended in like a double clothesline in each other, and then Rusev got to his back, his feet, charged Rusev, Rusev got back to his feet, who charged Titus, and then he just moved aside and pushed Rusev into Timekeeper's area, and then Rusev returned into the ring while Rusev sorry guys, Jesus fuck. So let me just start this whole sentence again. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's pissing me off as well. So Rusev got back into his feet and charged at Titus. This is after the whole double clothesline thing. Titus moved aside, who pushed Rusev into the Timekeeper's area. Titus got back in the ring and Rusev got counted out. Full stop. That was it. I kind of like. I'm in two minds. I kind of like the whole double count. Not double count out finish, just a count out finish in general. I feel like it would have brought like. Obviously, just like it's shown that like Titus O'Neil does not like Rusev at all. He hates him. He's bringing out his aggressive side. So it would have been nice to see Titus O'Neil actually get disqualified in this match. And as dumb as that sounds, because it would have gave Rusev the win, and in the end, the heel going over. But it doesn't matter, because what we potentially could have had is that Titus O'Neil just like let the match let that first bit happen, let the match carry on, and he's just stomping at Rusev like in the corner. The Rusev, is trying to pull him away. He doesn't want to move. He's stomping, gets carried out. Rusev's recovering. He goes and picks up a chair, hits Rusev with a chair a couple of times, and then goes. And it, don't get me wrong, it's not going to make Rusev look weak, purely because, well, if anybody gets stamped on repeatedly and gets hit with a chair shot, you're not really going to fight back, are you? So, I feel like that would have been a cooler way to do it, and purely like it would have been cool, and it would have brought a bit of like oomph into the whole thing. But you know what, they pulled it off, and it was fine. Anyway, so next little thing we had was backstage. We had Stephanie McMahon was on a phone, and she encountered a smiling Kane. She tried to obviously move past him and stuff, but Kane got her to hang up the call and says that he still wants consideration for running SmackDown, and Stephanie said that no one is managing SmackDown live except for her. And then that's when the Miz and Marisa also arrived. And then, just complaining that there was no red carpet, complaining about the fucking, what's it called, the driver and shit. And starts talking about his, just filming a movie, and then obviously Kane told him that he also has been in a movie. And I think like Miz was like, "Oh, we don't talk about your indie films here," or some bullshit. But yours are indie films as well. Jesus Christ, Miz, come on, you're in the film industry. You think you'd know the difference between a fucking indie film and a big blockbuster, normal, theatrical, full release film like nationwide? You know what you chatting? Like, stop talking at your ass, please. Fucking hell. But yeah, so then Kane carried on the conversation by saying that it's been a 30-day window. Within the 30-day window, you need to what's it called? Defend your Intercontinental title or face the consequences of it getting taken off you. So then Stephanie informed the Miz that he will be defending the title tonight, but she was going to leave it on a cliffhanger by not really telling the Miz who his opponent was until the match commences. Then we have the first of the big matches tonight. We have good old John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Now there's one spot in this where it was just like, it was just fucking like mad. So I think this is it. So what happened was, this is like the little bit. So Cena went for AA off the second rope. Rollins slipped away and performed the buckle bomb where he like power bombs him into the turnbuckles. Cena avoided the frog splash, but then Cena went for the ropes, but Rollins caught him and suplexed him, and then performed a Falcon's Arrow for a 2 count. Now this is probably the best spot of the night, purely because it was just such a unique move and I haven't seen it in ages. Like, it was a suplex straight into the Falcon's Arrow, like in a swift movement. It looked fantastic. Definitely my move of the night, and we'll talk about that in awards. But like, it looks so fucking good, man. It like mad. It looked good. It looked good. Fair play to him. But yeah, so near the end stages of the match, Rollins set up for a pedigree. Cena avoided it and then catapulted him into the ropes. Rollins left up the ropes with a crossbody, but Cena obviously rolled through and performed an AA. That spot where like someone jumps onto him and then he just picks him up, rolls into it and changes it into an AA. Cena covered Rollins, but he had his foot on the bottom rope to break the pin. Cena went for the move again, but Rollins landed on his feet and kicked Cena in the face, who went for the pedigree, but then Cena counted the fucking pedigree into an STF, and Rollins very nearly reached the ropes, but Cena pulled him into the middle of the ring, and then that's when AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Kyle Anderson made their way to the ring, and obviously Styles climbed onto the apron. Cena went for him, and Styles dropped to the ringside and took advantage of the whole situation. Hit a pedigree and pinned Cena for the 3 count. Now I'm just going to move my mic. So he pinned Cena for the 3 count. Sorry, I just made myself a bit more comfortable. I'm lying down. Well, not lying down, but I'm in a more comfy position. So yeah, a great match. There was a lot of good spots in this. There was obviously you can tell that end was just fucking mad. It was just, bit to bit. It was fantastic. It was like pedigree to AA to AA to STFU to fucking pedigree. It was just fantastic. So again, a great match. They gave that match about 16 minutes or so. So yeah, it's fantastic stuff. Now to a bit of a bummer, to be fair. And it sounds dumb, but this was a bit shit. So the next segment we have is Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass making their entrance with obviously the normal mic work. crowd talking along with Enzo, and you can't teach that and all that good stuff. But once in the ring, Enzo said that there's not a beach boy out there who can't ride a wave like this Raider. So I'm trying to do his voice, I just can't really do it. So okay, but he also said that they're only here and as good as they are because of the people, and the people are that so-called wave. So he said that he would appreciate it if the crowd could wait until the match starts and do a Mexican wave around the arena, which they did when the fucking bell rang. But who were Enzo Amore and Big Cass's opponents? Carlos, no second name, or if that's his second name, no first name, and Mitch Walden. Two indie guys. And normally when they get these kind of people, like indies and just like unknowns and shit, it's for one sole purpose, one sole purpose, which is to bury them in as quick as time as possible, and to put your main superstars look amazing. So Enzo and Cass just casually hit the bada boom, shakalaka, and I'm not gonna say that anymore. I'm gonna say the rocket launcher because I don't care. Because in awards that's gonna come up, I promise you. For the win. Enzo Amore and Big Cass picked up the win in 35 seconds. Let's just break that down. 3 of those motherfucking seconds is the ref pinning. So now you got 32 seconds. The first 10 seconds was Enzo Amore like running around the ring, just helping the Mexican wave, just do shit. Let's get casually yawn. Sorry, that's how boring the segment was. And then I suppose the other seconds were Enzo getting up on the top rope, hitting it, and I don't even fucking know, but it was just so bad, and I don't even fucking know. And then Cass picked up the mic after the match and did the SAWFTs were off a bit after the match, but they were interrupted by the Social Outcasts. Heath Slater, co-Saxon Bo Dallas, obviously there's no Adam Rose, obviously. So they all came out to the ring and tried to get the crowd to spell. They basically just told everyone that they were HARD hard. They were very hard. They were hard, and they're fresh off the set of Marine 5, so they're hard and now looking for action. I bet you Vince McMahon was absolutely pissing himself to this bit. Like, he finds fucked up shit like this. Like, it was a bit funny, but like they were like overdoing it a bit. Fuck knows why. It was just a bit weird. That was terrible. And then to fucking make shitty, like, this was like a bad bit of Raw, to be fair, because just to make it worse, we'd fucking had I can't be asked to talk about it, but we have another Bob Backlund and Darren Young segment. So this segment is about what was the fucking video about now? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I don't even know. It was about something. This is such a bad podcasting. Fuck, what was this about? Errors. Bob Backlund era, should make it the down. I don't even know, it was all bullshit. But then we have Summer Rae standing in the middle of the ring, ready for her match with Natalya on commentary, where she said that she's tired of being a nice person and being walked all over. Being a nice person's got her nowhere so far, so it's time for a change. Becky Lynch makes her entrance and attacks Natalya. The referee had to hold back Becky Lynch. Natalya backed up on the stage, and Cole hyped. Cole was Maggle Cole. JBL and Boris Jackson were obviously just talking to Natalya while the whole walk entrance thing. There's two major ups positives and just well done WWE from this, right? First thing is the fact that we finally saw the official last kicker, Becky Lynch, kick a lass's ass. Like, it was about time we saw like this fiery redhead fire up and just go ham and just go in and destroy someone. It was good and finally like worthy to see. And then also another positive is that obviously when Natalya turned heel, I was like, fuck's sake, why are they doing this stupid shit, right? Then she attacked Becky Lynch at fucking the Monday Night Raw after, and that again didn't really make that much sense. It was a bit dumb. Like, I was a bit confused. But then today she obviously explained herself finally on everything she's done. The mic's gonna move and sound horrible. Sorry guys. Ow, 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 ow. That probably sounded terrible. Sorry. Yeah. So then on commentary today, she was talking about like how being nice and being this good girl and being this, just overall nice person in the WWE hasn't really got her anywhere. I believe she's held the Divas title once or twice, but that was really it. So she goes, because being nice has got her nowhere, it was time for a change. And fair play, that was a valid reason to change heel and attack people that have been given, WrestleMania 32, just amazing matches, so fair play to her. So just, yeah, fair, like, that was a good reasoning and fair play. She I don't know whether she wrote it or was the editors, but just fair fucking play. Right now we have a long segment between fucking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who are both guests on Chris Jericho's highlight reel. Now, I thought the highlight reel was fucking like they got rid of it. Like, I don't even know. Like, I thought they got rid of it. They haven't now, I suppose. Oh, what the fuck? Because the whole point of getting rid of the highlight reel was to get rid of Ambrose Asylum, but we had that last week. And so that's not gone anywhere. But now we've got fucking Chris Jericho's highlight reel today. To make it worse, they later on in the show advertised the Miz TV on SmackDown. Oh, why do we have to do this to me? It makes no fucking sense. Why do we need so many goddamn talk shows on a wrestling show? Fuck knows, but the whole gist of it is that, Sami Zayn was just like, why the fuck are you so pissed at me? Kevin Owens was like, I fucking told you before, it's not that I'm jealous of you or whatever, it was a career and business move. It was in my personal business, ideas and intention to attack you, because it's best for him, and it moved him to a bigger stage in his career. So yada yada yada, blah blah blah, chat shit. They agreed on a match at Battleground, and then something else happened. Like fucking Chris Jericho started chatting some shit, and then they both super kicked him in the face. Right. I just don't know why Chris Jericho was there. Like, this would have been perfectly fine if Sami Zayn had just came out on the mic, said, yo, Kevin Owens, what the fuck, come out here now and explain what the fuck. And that would have been it. So the fact that they had to add Chris Jericho just didn't really make sense to me. Whatever. They say before he got here, he goes, drink it all in, man. And then boom, 2 super kicks. 2 sweet chin musics. Knocked him out cold, bless his old soul. But yeah, it's just like, do we need so much shit? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But you know what? Whatever, WWE, you gave me a good Raw. if you gave me about 1.5 hours worth of good Raw, maybe a bit more. So you can have your shitty bits. You can have your shitty bits. I don't mind that. Now this web page has frozen. Just not the mic. It's just not on for me today, really, is it? Oh, now my web page just crashed. Well, it's back. Jeez, guys. Who would have known podcasting is just so goddamn difficult, eh? Just so difficult. But going back to this, that sounds horrible again. Sorry, guys. So now we have, after that little shitty, stupid ass segment, we have The Miz coming on for his Intercontinental title match. Obviously, we didn't know who his opponent was, so he came out of his entrance and then, I can't do Demon Kane's music, but yeah, Demon Kane came out and he was the surprise challenger. That's Lillian Garcia did the whole in-ring introductions for the title match. Not really much of a reaction for both men, to be fair. It was I wouldn't even say it was a quiet, crowd. It was just there's no reaction to these guys. Even when Titus O'Neil, when Titus O'Neil and Rusev had their match, Rusev came out to a pop, and Titus O'Neil just came out to nothing. Like it was dead fucking silent. But Kane obviously just dominated the shit out of The Miz, as you'd expect. The Miz took a phony dive onto the floor. Miz gave him some weird moves on the ropes and shit to knock Kane down for a bit. While he went to the floor to check up on her, Miz cried as Miz nearly touched the leg. So Miz picks her up and takes her backstage, and obviously he loses via fucking count out. Yeah, 2 count out victories today. 2. And you know what this fucking means? The next match for the Intercontinental title is The Miz versus the fucking Kane. Why? Just because we're having Shield triple threat doesn't mean you can shit on the rest of the card. Oh, WWE. Why you do this, man? Why you do this? Fuck it. It was that. What more is there to say? Nothing. So then we have Cesaro and Apollo Crews versus the team of Alberto and Sheamus. Oh shit, I forgot something. So after the whole fucking Miz and Maurice fiasco, it went to break and then came back off break. And backstage, Miz was helping Maurice until she stopped and started laughing. She hopped up and down on both feet, and she goes, she was acting. Miz was surprised and called it our Oscar-winning worthy. Just fuck off, Miz, man. Like, fair play, you do your character quite well, but just pissed. Like, what? Like, why Demon Kane? Just give it to Owens and fucking Sami Zayn could have fought for it. That would have made that match so much good. But fucking whatever. You guys do what you gotta do. Yawning again. Sorry, guys. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. I still need to watch Game of Thrones yet. It's fucking Tuesday night, and Game of Thrones comes out on a Sunday night. Monday night for us UKers. Us Brits. Us Brexits. But fuck it, I haven't got around to watching it yet, but I do need to watch it. Anyway, Ty, that's me. Yeah, we know. So, next match was fucking Cesaro and Apollo Crews versus the team of Del Rio and Sheamus. So, Del Rio woke up the crowd because it was a very dead crowd. You know, Sheamus, Sheamus tagged himself in and then started beating on Cesaro. And then it was either he tagged Del Rio or Del Rio himself tagged himself in. He gave it enziguris all around, and then hit his own partner with the enziguri, and then just fucking left. He just was in a bit, and then in the ring, Crews hit the powerbomb finisher on Sheamus, who just took an enziguri to the face for the win. Just a bit weird. I don't know what I would have preferred, to be fair. This is the weird one where it was a not really needed match, but it was needed, but you could have done it in a different way. But then again, I don't really know how at this moment, but you could have done it in a different way. Then, oh, well, this is fantastic. So, this is just completely fantastic. So, the crowd goes, yep! And we all thought it was the Wyatt family, but it comes over, you see Big E in this weird mask, and he goes, oh, Tampa! And it was fantastic. Like, that was great. So the New Day made their entrance, dressed up as the Wyatt family members. Kofi Kingston was dressed like Eric Rowan. Xavier Woods as Luke Harper, and obviously Big E was as Bray Wyatt. So yeah, they were just roasting the New Day were just roasting this shit, like just going in on good old the Wyatts, and Xavier Woods looked a bit out of it at this point, but then it wasn't until the Wyatt family made their entrance. Both teams obviously went back and forth about the power of positivity. By Kofi Kingston saying that it's a way of life. He says that it flows through your body, and Wyatt then asks Woods, who was staring at Wyatt again, whether he agrees with them, and Wyatt took a few steps forward and told Xavier Woods that he could confide in him and trust him. Then Wyatt goes to proceed on to saying that they were just playing one of their little games, but in this game there are no winners or losers, only malice and destruction. And he says every knee shall bow, and then closes out by saying New Day falls. Now, just to like fucking talk about this bit, right? Now, funny moment, like my moment of the night, really, it's up there with my moments of the night. But I find this really interesting with the whole Xavier Woods just being like very scared and very, I don't know if it's scared or just like weirdness, but he's like very scared and shook up by the Wyatt family, especially Bray Wyatt in particular. Every time it's them confronting each other face to face, he's like got this blank look on his face. And it's quite interesting. It's got me interested to see what's going to happen next between these two tag teams, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. To be fair, what is this gonna mean? I don't even know, man. Hopefully we can get a good couple matches between the three of them. All three Wyatt family members alongside all three New Day members. Some six-man triple threat matches. Some six-man elimination tag matches, maybe. I don't even know. But yeah, I just find the whole, could Xavier Woods go on to, could he like change sides and go onto the other side of darkness with Bray Wyatt, or is he going to stay with the power of positivity, or is he going to be the difference that is in the that's just the difference between them when it comes to their match? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Then in the main event we had Dean Ambrose going against AJ Styles. Obviously, if AJ Styles picks up the win, Dean Ambrose will he'll become. I just can't talk today. I'm just gonna give up today. No, I'm joking. So fucking Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. If AJ Styles wins, fatal 4-way out Battleground for the title. Sorted. Everyone good? Everyone happy? Cool. We had Seth Rollins on commentary, which was fantastic because he was in two minds. I quite like just him on talking and his mic skills, and he's just good. So well done. You are very good at what you do. So fair play to your son. It was just fun to watch him, fun to listen to what he had to say and stuff like that. He's good on the mic. And the point he kept making was that he has to root for Dean Ambrose purely because he doesn't want anyone else. He just wants a so-called one-on-one match between obviously Dean and himself. He doesn't want any more people getting involved. So fair play to him. So every time fucking AJ Styles was hitting him with a big move, he was just going, nah, kick out Dean, kick out, no Dean. So yeah, that was interesting to see. So during the match, the club did try to interfere, but was stopped by John Cena. And while Styles was distracted by the whole John Cena versus Gallows and Anderson, it allowed Ambrose to hit the Dirty Deeds for the win. And then this part is interesting. So Dean Ambrose picked up the win. AJ Styles is not getting into the main event of Battleground for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But after the match, Seth Rollins goes to pedigree Ambrose, and the club took out John Cena on the top of the stage with a magic colour. And that's interesting to see Monday Night Raw end out in with it's like trying to word this, but like it was just weird to see this happen on a Monday Night Raw, to see both sets of main top heel groups or factions or just general heels in the company. It was just quite interesting to see them just end the show both on victorious. It was fun to see. It was interesting to see as well. So obviously we know the faces are going to come back for it next week. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a John Cena, Dean Ambrose, and someone versus like fucking AJ Styles. You know what? Fucking not even. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw AJ Styles and Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose and John Cena next week. I wouldn't be surprised. That would be a good match to put in, actually. That would be interesting to see. Fun stuff. There you go, WWE. I've just booked it for you. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. That was the official review for Monday Night Raw, the 27th of June 2016. Hope you all enjoyed it, but we're not finished there, are we? Of course, we're fucking not. Everyone knows what time it is. It's time for a bit of rewards. So in today's rewards, worst and best dressed. Best dressed, probably Sasha Banks, man. I kind of love her little get up. Fair play to her. She looked good today. Like, she looked sexy. So yeah, you do you, girl. You do you. Worst dressed. Now I really don't want to pick fucking. I just don't want to pick fucking good old Chris. So let me think. Oh, this has got to be Chris. This has got to be Chris fucking Jericho, isn't it? With the fucking little tie thing. And the fuck that fucking JBL. I had to compliment him. No, don't compliment him on that fucking scarf. He looks like a knob. Stop. What are you doing? You twat. Stop. Jeez. Worst and best acting. Now, to be fair, as much as what she was saying was good, her acting was fucking terrible. I'm on about Natalya. When she was on commentary and she said, like, Michael Cole asked her two questions, like, what's changed, like, why are you doing this? And then the follow-up question of why did you attack her backstage on Monday Night Raw? She gave very similar short answers for both. And then, like, 20 seconds later, you know, someone else, like, whoever's, I think it was Becky Lynch, making her way down to the ring, and then she just randomly says something. It's just a bit like, the fuck are you doing? Don't you know anything about timing? Like, just gonna randomly spurt some shit. Like, just shut up, please. But yeah, so yeah, that was worst acting. Best acting probably was I was surprised by, you know, good old Sami Zayn on the mic. He wasn't too bad, but Seth Rollins on commentary was fantastic, so I'm gonna give it to him. Worst and best comment. You know what? I can never do worst and best comment just because I never really listen to it well enough. Unless there's something big, then yeah, fair play. But if not, then fuck it. Worst and best move. Again, worst move. God, don't remember any botches. But best move definitely was that fucking suplex straight into a fucking Falcon slam, what the fuck they called it. Oh, Jesus Christ, it was fantastic. It looked like a Missionary driver, basically. But, like, in a swift movement, fair play, Seth Rollins, Jesus Christ. Worst and best moment, again, worst moment was probably... worst moment was probably... that backstage little thing between Stephanie, The Miz, and Kane. That was pretty poor, to be fair. And obviously, best moment had to be the New Day dressing up as a White Family and just being a bit funny and roasting them. That was good to watch. And obviously, worst and best matches. The matches that we got, the worst match I'd probably have to say was the Alberto Del Rio Sheamus versus Cesaro and Apollo Crews. Just nothing happened. Like, I don't even know what the fuck was the point in that. It was a joke. What was the point of that match? To get him in a feud with fucking Del Rio? Was that the point in that? Because I don't even know. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. But best match, probably... I enjoyed the Seth Rollins John Cena match more than I did the AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose, so I'm going to give it to them. So that's awards. Yay. Awards. Now, let's talk about the pay-per-view schedule, which most of you are probably wanting to listen to the whole time, but you have to listen to me talk shit for about 45 or 46 minutes. So sorry, guys. But yeah, so let's just... So apparently it's got leaked. I don't know where or why. You know, loads of fucking wrestling websites picked this up, but apparently, yeah, this is it. So we got the Royal Rumble. These are all of 2016 pay-per-view dates, by the way. Which is a bit weird, actually. I think instead of 2016, I think it's meant to be 17. No, it doesn't make sense. No, I lied. Oh, so this is definitely 2016. So obviously we've had Rumble, we've had Fastlane, we've had Mania 32, Payback and Extreme Rules, and obviously Money in the Bank just recently. So now obviously we're going on the 27th of July. No, yeah, 27th of July is Battleground. And then the next pay-per-view after that will be SummerSlam, and obviously that's one of the big four. And by big four, I mean WWE always have their big four pay-per-views: the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. It's the one that I've been going on for the longest. It's, you know, it just is one of those good things. Now obviously there's been a lot of rumours and a lot of speculation that once Raw and SmackDown do break off into a brand split, there's going to be separate titles and also separate pay-per-view schedule matches, like just events, which I don't think is good, because that's just way too much wrestling. We're going to be fatigued, man. Like, that's... Okay, think about this. On a non-pay-per-view week, 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown. That's 5 hours. And then on a pay-per-view week, that's what? A pay-per-view's what? Fucking like 3 hours? Yeah, another 3 hours. That's 8 hours of wrestling in a week. That's a lot of wrestling in a week. So I feel like there could be a bit of fatigue there. I don't know, but yeah, one thing I did want to quickly mention, that during tonight's Monday Night Raw, all they fucking spoke about when it referred to the title, they just kept referring it as the WWE Championship. They never referred it as the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. They just kept saying WWE Championship. So, maybe it means we're going to get a heavyweight championship back. Who knows? Because I think it was a bit dumb for them to get rid of that title, because it's such a prestigious title. You know, been brought over from WCW. Yeah, what can you say? But yeah, so I just feel like there's just too much shit. But let's crack on. So obviously in SummerSlam, that'll be. This is the draft has happened now. SummerSlam's hitting August 21st in Brooklyn, obviously in Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclays Center. And it's going to contain Raw and SmackDown, obviously, because it's one of the big four. Then on, God, the date of this is terrible, but in September the 11th, we're going to have Backlash, which has yet to be given a venue. It's going to be apparently in Richmond, Vancouver. I don't know why, but it's going to be specifically SmackDown only. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's just going to be SmackDown. Then, later on in that month, on the 25th, of September, we're going to have Clash of Champions, yeah. So we're going to have the return of Clash of Champions from WCW in Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Can't even fucking talk. And that's just going to be specific to Raw. Then we're going to get the return of No Mercy on the 9th of... Oh, fucking... What month is that? October? No, yeah, October. The 9th of October. At the Golden One Center in Sacramento. And that's going to be specific to SmackDown. Then we're going to get a Hell in a Cell, which will be the 30th of that month. So basically, the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, and that's going to be specific to Monday Night Raw. Then we're going to get Survivor Series, just in October, in November by itself on the 20th of November. This will be in Toronto, Ontario. So good to see that in a different country. Not see it in Canada. That will obviously be Raw and SmackDown, obviously being it one of the big four. Then we're going to get WWE TLC coming on December 4th. It's yet to be given a venue, but it says that it will be taking place in Dallas, Texas, and it will be taking place just for SmackDown only. And then we're going to get the return of WWE Roadblock, which will be on the 18th of December in the Console Energy Center in Pittsburgh, and that's just going to be from Monday Night Raw, and that is the whole of 2016's pay-per-view schedule. Now, I don't even know anymore. But what they're looking to do is obviously that first, I want to say it's the first, it's like the first Sunday will be for SmackDown, and the last Sunday of the month will be for the Monday Night Raw. So let me just double check that. So yeah, and yeah. So if you check like fucking September, it's got September the 11th, which is the second Sunday, and then obviously 2 weeks later is the 25th, and that's the last Sunday of September. October, it's the second Sunday, and then the last Sunday. So yeah, it's the second and then the last. Again, second Sunday? Oh no, this is Survivor Series for November. And then in December we're going to get the 4th, and then the 4th is the first Sunday, and then the second to last Sunday. So yeah, they're basically just looking to split it up. So basically what's going to happen is that we're going to have a week, or obviously except for August and except for November, we're going to have, our schedule will be Raw SmackDown for a week, then Raw SmackDown pay-per-view, then Raw SmackDown, then Raw SmackDown pay-per-view. So we're getting a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. So thank God I have the network, because it's coming worth it. I suppose for $9.99 you can't really complain. You're getting 2 pay-per-views a week, two pay-per-views a month. Sorry. Boy, this is gonna make my job a lot harder. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be a busy guy. I just don't know. I just don't know how to feel about it, because obviously it's just speculation, and maybe if it comes out officially, then I'm gonna be like, okay. But don't get me wrong, I love that they're bringing back Backlash. I love that they're bringing back WCW Clash of Champions. I love that they're bringing back No Mercy and Roadblock as well. That was a nice thing to have last year, and it's nice for them to make it an official pay-per-view of some sorts. I just like it's I don't mind it, because it means that, like, instead of, it just allows both shows to get more feuds in. It could make both shows more interesting when you're gonna have a fucking a pay-per-view, and pay-per-views are known for having the big matches, the matches that you're not gonna get on the weekly TV. They're better than the weekly TV matches, but So yeah, if they're better than the weekly TV matches, but not obviously WrestleMania fucking standard, but just in between nicely. I think that's good for both rosters just to have just in the middle of the week, in the middle of the month for each, or just what Basically, what I'm trying to say is it is a good thing. Like, thinking about it, like, it allows so-called mid-carders to get a good feud in and just a good thing in going for themselves, and then allow them to proceed and get a pay-per-view. Does this mean that pay-per-views are actually going to get taken down to 2 hours? Could they get taken down to 2 hours? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. It would just make a lot of sense, really. It's going to be hard when you've got a 2-hour show for the likes of SmackDown. When you've got a 2-hour show once a week, and that's only 8 hours of television, which isn't really much. When you cut out all the adverts, it's probably like 1.5 hours of just television. So again, not that much going for it. So it would make a lot of sense just to shorten the time and the length of the pay-per-view per roster, because obviously, just think about it like this, the half of the roster potentially just over half of the time, unless they make matches massive, like stupidly long, which I doubt they'll do because people just get bored. So most likely, I feel like the SmackDown ones will be 2 hours, and the Raw ones will be 2 hours, and only Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series will be, special length ones, 4 hours, 3 hours, WrestleMania is always 4 hours. Royal Rumble, I want to say it's 4 as well. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but you know what I mean, like reasonable times, and reasonable length. So yeah, that's my thought. So again, positive things if this does happen, because I wouldn't mind it. It would it's not going to be the end of the world. Let's be honest. It will be a positive thing. I will be linking the image of this if you guys are listening to this on YouTube or podcast or wherever you listen to this to. Wherever you guys listen to this to, I will be linking the image that I found. It's just a image upload that I found, but yeah, it's here. I'll let you guys have a click at it, and it's just in the description below. I'll put it as the first link, just a first link under the description, so you guys can check it out, and tweet me your thoughts, I suppose. And that's gonna wrap up today's podcast, the 41st episode of the podcast. Wow, 41st, man, that's a lot. Jeez, that is actually quite a lot. Yeah, I want to thank you all for listening. As always, I have been a bit tired and yawny. I don't know why. Good Raw. Nice to have that little discussion at the end. I quite enjoy doing them. Don't forget to go check out the YouTube channel. Uploading so much content on there. It's a joke. So yeah, obviously the YouTube channel will be going off. See you guys on Thursday as well for NXT SmackDown news. I'm gonna have to force myself to watch NXT. Oh, I'm just not enjoying that at the moment. And yeah, go check out Universe Mode on YouTube channel, that I can say. Just tweet me your feedback on anything that happens over the week in wrestling, or your thoughts on this pay-per-view schedule. Just let me know. Give me your thoughts. I'd love to obviously hear off you guys, and if you do, I'll just chuck it in the podcast. Give you guys a bit of a shout out. I love getting feedback off content that I do, so yeah, it's always much appreciated. And I think this is it. I think I've spoken for a long time now. I think this is it. Yes, I hope you all have enjoyed today's podcast of my Monday Night Raw review and the 2016 pay-per-view schedule, potentially leaked, not leaked. Potentially it's a thing, it's not a thing. So I hope you all have enjoyed it. I'll catch you all when will I catch you? I don't even know. When am I catching you guys next? Oh, I'm catching you on Thursday. I've got a bit of NXT SmackDown news, so I'll see you all then. Hope everyone obviously enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Cheers.